Stapplet is a really easy to use applet when it comes to calculating normal probabilities based on x values or z-scores. So first of all, you go to stapplet.com and make sure you click on normal distributions, which should be near the top of the list under normal distributions and probability, right there. Then make sure the drop down, it defaults to this, so it should be right where you want it. Calculate an area under the normal curve. Then you're going to enter the mean. And if you're using z-scores, the mean is 0. If you are doing standard deviation with z-scores, the standard deviation is 1. So you can either put in z-score, mean and standard deviation is 0 and 1, or you can put in your actual values if you know them. So you choose which area, percentage, or probability you're seeking. So if it's between two values, and see how it says between two values right here, that's in the form where you have a lower boundary or a left boundary and an upper boundary, and x is between both of those. If it wants it to the left of a value, then see how it just gives you a value right there. And if it wants it to the right of a value, it'll just ask for the value again. Outside of a region, it's going to have, it'll ask for a lower left value and a right value or boundary, and then it'll calculate the outside area. Then click on Calculate Area, which is just below where you put in the values, and the area as a percentage will be displayed to the right of the Calculate Area button. Now remember, most of the time our answers will be in the form of probabilities, and usually that's going to be the decimal form. So you would move the decimal 2 places to the left. So an area of 0.3% would be a probability of 0.003. An area of 6.38% would be a probability of 0.0638. Now a quick run through on calculating probabilities using normal distributions using Stapplet. All right, so make sure that it's defaulted to area under the normal curve. And if you don't know the mean, well, if you have z-scores, you want to make sure that this is 0 and this is 1. And you can see there's the z-score distribution. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and revisit the newborn weights. And that mean was 7.5 pounds with the standard deviation of 1.25 pounds, and hit plot the distribution. All right, so if I wanted to know what percentage of the babies weighed between 6 and 7 pounds, all I have to do is put 6, oops, I put 7. Put 6 there and then put 7 and calculate the area, and it gives it to you as a percent. Now, if you're trying to do probabilities, remember that we really want decimal values, not percentages. So that would actually be 0.2295 right there. So you'd move it 2 spaces to the left. What if we wanted to find the percent of babies who weigh more than 10 pounds? That would be to the right of a value. And I would just put 10 in there and hit calculate area. And there you go, 2.28%. So you can find between two values, to the left of the value, outside of a value, outside of a region. So if I did outside of a region, I could do 6 and 7 pounds. So that would be 77% of the babies, almost a little over, do not weigh between 6 and 7 pounds.